other advantage. So those things we discussed. Can you see this whiteboard now?
Yes, sir.
So here you see the ripple is quite high, isn't it? If we take only a full wave rectified thing, so you see the ripple. Okay, so here you don't have much voltage because there it is crossing the zero, or it is touching the zero. Again, it is going from the maximum. Okay, but if we have, okay, so do we have that figure? Do you have that figure? Okay. Okay, anyway, I'm not getting the figure, but I have already told, I think, or I think I have shown by some figure. I couldn't remember that. I think in a different whiteboard maybe. So if we have multiple coil, so then we can get it rate of this ripple. So the ripple factor will be quite less. Okay, so if we have multiple coils, then we will get ripple like this. Got it? So that is one thing. So then I will ask somebody else. 32, 132, Auditro Chatterjee. Are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You just tell me that how many commutators must be there, commutator segments must be there in case of 50 coils.
Sir, 50.
Hmm?
50 segment must be there. Commutator segments.
50. Your answer is 50.
Sir, 50. Yes, sir.
Why? Can you explain? Okay, so that is written in that whiteboard itself, but what is the reason for that? So if we can see that one coil needs two commutator segments, because two terminals, that means two commutator segments.
Sir,
131, Sulogna Das.
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Do you know?
Yes, sir. The split ring will be divided in 50 parts, and each part will be connected to one commutator segment.
I'm শুনতে পাচ্ছি না. Sound the problem.
Yes, sir.
Once again.
The split ring will be divided in 50 parts, and
Yes.
each part of the split ring will be connected to 50 commutator segments.
But you have 50 coils, na?
One and for the first coil, the first end of the coil will be connected to the first segment in the split ring, and the second end of the first coil will be connected to the second part of the split ring. Then again the second and for the second coil, the first end of the second coil will be connected to the second part of the split ring itself, and the second end of the second coil will be connected to the third part of the split ring.
So suppose these are the
Means two
split
coils
rings.
will have one end common.
Okay, so if this is the split ring, so one coil will be like this.
It will end in 2.
Okay, so this will be the second coil, isn't it?
Yeah, it will end in 3.
So this is how we'll make the coils like this. Okay, so this is how we can explain that 50 coils will need 50 commutator segments on it yourself.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Let me ask somebody else. Orindam Hajra. What is your roll number? Orindam Hajra.
Yes, sir.
What is your-
1001, sir. It is my first day, sir.
Huh?
Sir, lateral in the first day, sir. আমার এটা আছে।
So you should rename yourself like this. If your roll number, last 4 digit of your roll number is 1001, then L10 capital L1001 underscore your name. So this is how you have to rename. Anyway, you just are you attending the classes regularly? The lateral candidates?
Yes, sir. হ্যাঁ, sir.
হ্যাঁ, তোমার রোল নাম্বারটা আরেকবার বলো 1001 না?
হ্যাঁ, sir. 1001.
Okay, so how many types of windings we use for DC machine?
Lab winding আর wave winding.
So is there any contribution of this type of winding in the expression of the voltage or the generated voltage?
স্যার ওয়েভ বার্নিং হলে আর্মেচার বলে কন্ডাক্টরের নাম্বারটা 2 হবে আর ল্যাব ওয়াইন্ডিং হলে পোল নাম্বার অফ পোলস আর নাম্বার অফ আর্মেচার কন্ডাক্টরের নাম্বারটা সেম হবে
Armature conductor number?
না ফুল বলে
Acha 1116 Visvangshu,
Yes, sir.
do you have that answer? Have you heard the question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, what is the answer? Why you are muted? I am asking question why you are muted.
No, sir. I was pressing spacebar, sir. That's why automatic muted.
Tell me. If you know the answer, you tell me. Okay, I think you don't know the answer. Roll number 4, Himesh Datta.
Yes, sir.
Do you know the answer?
Yes, sir.
What is the answer?
Sir. So can you repeat the question once?
You didn't
In
hear.
between I missed something. Yeah, sir,
Then
due to
how
network
how you can say that you know the answer?
Sir,
Anyway,
in
so
between I missed something.
I have asked that what is the contribution of, or is there any contribution of this type of winding, that is lap and wave, in the voltage generated of a DC machine?
Yes, sir, there is contribution. Like in wave winding, there are 2 windings, and in lap winding, the number of poles is equal to the number of windings. So now the number of winding is inversely proportional to generated EMF.
Not
So-
number of windings.
So, number of windings. Sir, it is EA equals to ZA by A. So A is the number of windings.
No, that is not number of windings. Anybody else?
Or number of
Correct.
parallel paths. Number of parallel paths.
The number of parallel paths.
Yes, sir.
In the number of parallel, in one parallel path, there several coils will be connected.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So anyway, so we can start the class here. Okay, so we saw that DC machine, how many coils a DC machine generally has? Anyone? Raghav? Raghav Saini. You are not there. I am just putting you to waiting room. Okay. Himas Datta,
Yes, sir.
how many coils are there? As I mentioned in the last class.
Sir,
Okay, so how many separate binding you can say?
50,
Separate binding,
50
not coils, separate binding.
separate.
Like here I have drawn one winding, na? So what is the
Yes,
name
sir.
of this winding? Not coils,
Sir,
sorry.
Okay, sir. Say field winding.
And the another winding,
The field winding and armature
armature winding.
winding.
So this is the armature winding. So A1, A2 are the terminals of armature winding. I have mentioned in the last class that though armature winding is basically a winding, but the representation is different because it is a generated voltage also. It generates some voltage also. It acts like a source also. So therefore we represent the armature winding like this. Basically, both the things are winding. So A1, A2 are the terminals of armature winding and F1, F2 are the terminals of the field winding. Okay. Now to generate voltage here, suppose I want to generate some voltage across the armature. So can you tell me what are the things actually required? Across this armature, I want some voltage. So what I should do? Suppose we have 4 terminals, A1, A2, F1, F2. Across this A1, A2, I have connected a voltmeter. And I want to see that whether the voltage is getting generated or not. So how the voltage will be generated? What are the things I have to provide?
There are load the excitation to the field, and the armature need to be some mechanical force to rotate the armature.
So that means you have to rotate the armature by some speed.
Yes, sir.
And you should have some
Yes, sir.
flux generated by the field coil so that the voltage expression JD by A P phi N, because as I have told that these are the basically constant. So only the thing that you can vary that these two. So these two you have to provide. Then only you can get this. Okay, so obviously you can explain this from the Fleming's right hand rule. So you have to provide the flux, that is the index finger. We have to provide the thumb, that is the mechanical thing, and then you will get the voltage as the middle finger. Okay, so anyway, so these two things you have to provide, then only you can generate the voltage. So the process by which we can generate the flux is called the field excitation. Okay, so as he mentioned that the process of the generating flux is called the field excitation. So once we use some voltage across the field, then there will be some current flowing through the field. I think you know what is field. Field is basically the field winding that is wound around the pole cores. Okay, so if you forget, I am just explaining once again. So this is basically the field current. So this is basically the field coil and field current. So once, suppose field coil has n number of turns. Okay, then what will be the generated flux? What will be the generated flux? How we can calculate that? Analytically? By expressions? Can anybody tell me?
It's IF into N.
NI
IF into N.
Mu naught
NI.
n BIDT.
Huh?
BINS.
So mu naught n.
I
Great.
want to have this flux because that is required
So
in this
N into
expression.
IF.
What is the unit of N into IF?
Ampere turn.
So the flux has a different unit, that is Weber.
Upon reluctance.
So that means first it will generate an MMF which is N into IF having the unit of ampere turns. So once the current will, if the current flows through the field coil, it will generate first the MMF, magnetomotive force, which is the product of number of turns and the field current. And the unit is ampere turns or AT. Now this MMF will generate the flux. How? Because MMF in a magnetic circuit is just like the EMF in an electric circuit. Okay, in an electric circuit, if we have EMF, we can get current if the circuit is closed. And the resistance will be finite. Okay, so here also in the magnetic circuit, we have MMF, which is analogous to EMF. And we have reluctance, which is analogous to resistance. So therefore, we can say the flux is MMF by reluctance. So R is called the reluctance, which is inversely proportional to what?
Flux.
The permeability.
Permeability. Isn't it? Did you know that? Anyway, so that means if we have iron, then the reluctance will be low because the permeability is good. Permeability is more for iron. So therefore we get low reluctance and we get more amount of flux. So flux is inversely proportional to the reluctance. If the reluctance is low, then we can get more amount of flux. So therefore we use iron as a core of the coil. তাহলে আমরা শুধু আয়রন কয়েলটা ইউজ করতে পারতাম, but we don't use only the coil. We use the coil in wound on a iron core. And why it is made up of iron? Because iron is a very good permeability and low reluctance. Okay, so this is how the flux will be generated from the field coil. Okay, and we have conductor in this armature. When the conductor will cut, the flux and the flux linkage will vary in the conductors, the voltage will be generated. Okay, so the process of generating the flux in the field coil by applying some applying some voltage, it is called the field excitation. Now here you see in this configuration that I have drawn here, in this configuration, we want some voltage across the armature. For that, we are providing another voltage for the field. Got my point? We want some voltage here. But for that, we have to arrange another voltage source. Got my point?
Yes.
বুঝতে পারছো আমি কি বলতে চাইছি? Suppose my
হ্যাঁ স্যার
machine is 110 volt machine. So the generator should generate 110 volts. But for that, I want another 110 volt source or maybe another 50 volt source, which will flow the current through the field coil. Okay, so that is the technique, or that is the process of this field excitation. And this type of field excitation is called the separate field excitation, and the DC machine is called the separately excited DC machine. Got it? This is called the separately excited DC machine. Okay, now which one?
The separately excited DC machine, what you told before that.
The separately excited DC machine, we use a separate or extra voltage source to excite the field coil. Okay, I have a DC machine which should generate 110 volt. Suppose you have bought a DC machine, okay, and now you are checking the voltage. You are running the DC machine, you are checking the voltage, but it is not showing any voltage. Why? Because its field is not excited. Then what you should do? You should excite the field. For that, it is written that field voltage is 50 volts. Then you have to bring some 50 volt source. That means you have to arrange an additional source to excite the field coil. Got my point? বুঝতে পারছো আমি কি বলছি? One
Yes.
machine I have brought.
Sir,
বলো।
Sir, can we use the output of the armature voltage as the input of the field excitation?
Yes, but for that, both the voltage rating will be same. Suppose the machine which I have bought from the market, if the voltage, rated voltage for armature is 110 volt, but the rated voltage for the field is 50 volt, then we can't do that. If both the voltage is 110 volt, then we can try that. Because the voltage rating is important thing. Because if the voltage rating of the field coil is 50 volts, and if you apply 110 volt, then the insulation of this voltage, the insulation of the field winding may get damaged. So therefore, we have to see what are the ratings. If most of the cases, the ratings are same. So if the ratings of the voltage, the armature and ratings of the field coil is same, that is 110 volt or maybe 220 volt or 200 volt, then we can try that. So that means you are saying that why not the voltage which we are getting across the armature, which is getting generated across the armature, why not that voltage we will use for the excitation of the field winding? Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you want that. So that means you want that, suppose I am having some armature and some voltage across this. Okay, so that means you are calling why we should not go for the machar tele mach bhaja, isn't it? So that means we are having some voltage, we are getting some voltage across it, and the same voltage we will connect here. And then we'll check what is the voltage here. Am I right? কি তাই তো? এটা বলতে চাইছো তো?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So this is another scheme. This also can be used. And this scheme is called the self-excitation or self-excited decimation.
Sir, here's a question.
Hmm.
Can I ask, sir?
Hmm.
Sir, at the time of starting, how the excitation is generated?
How the
Because at the starting, there is at the time of starting, there is
starting? Huh,
no
that is
voltage
that.
at the output
Okay,
terminal
so
of
one
the
question is there, isn't it? So that means, as I have told that in Bengali we call it machet tele mach bhaja. So for frying this fish, the first oil you have to provide. Then the oil which is coming out from the fish will help you to fry. But the first oil you have to provide, isn't it? Okay, so that we'll discuss
Yes, sir.
later. Who will provide the first oil? That we'll discuss later. So anyway, so this is one scheme. This can be one scheme. So any other scheme is there in your mind? এছাড়া আর কোনো স্কিম মনে পড়ছে?
Sir, we can provide our own supply in the field winding.
That is a separately excited. That is only the separately excited, না? মানে ও ছাড়া কি বলতে চাইছো তো?
Sir, separately excited.
Now here also we can measure the voltage. Isn't it? But in this case, provided it should be connected with some load. Otherwise the circuit will not complete. Isn't it? So this can be another mode. Here also we can connect load or we cannot connect load. Anyway, we'll get the some voltage. But in this option, we won't get any field current and thereby the voltage, induced voltage, unless the load is connected. So this also comes under the self-excited mode, but the configuration of the scheme is slightly different. Have you understood the difference?
So one is series connection and one is shunt connection.
বলো।
So one is the series connection and one is the shunt connection.
One is the parallel connection or shunt connection, another is a series connection. So this we can call it series, and this we can call shunt. Series excited and shunt excited. Okay, so under the self excitation, we can again categorize it as series excited DC machine and shunt excited DC machine. So here the armature coil and the field coil is connected in series. And in this configuration, we have to ensure the path is closed. Otherwise, the field current will not flow, flux will not be generated, and thereby there will be no induced voltage. So therefore, load should be always connected. But in the shunt excited mode, at the field coil is connected across the armature, and you are tapping across the armature and you are connecting the load or you are measuring the voltage over there. Okay, so that means the armature and field circuit is already completed. So there will be no problem of flowing field current. Understood? Now some machines has two field coils. Like in some terminal box, you will have 6 terminals like this. 6 terminals. A1, A2, F1, F2, and S1 and S2. So these last 4 terminals are for 2 field coils, S1, S2 for one field coil and F1, F2 for other field coil. So that means this special type of machine has 2 separate field winding or field coils. Okay. Now this type of machine we can connect in a different mode, like suppose this is your armature. Okay. And here we have one field coil, here we have one field coil. So suppose this is your S1, S2, and this is your F1, F2. So all the 6 terminals I have drawn. Okay, now this F1, F2 generally we connect in parallel, and S1, S2 we connect in series. And from these 2 we are generally bring the output. Okay, so here we'll get the output voltage. So here we can connect the load like this. Okay. So can you tell me what kind of excitation we are basically using here?
A self-excitation.
Yes, self-excitation. But series or shunt?
Both, sir.
Both. So here we are. Huh? Bolo?
Sir, দুটোতেই self-excitation হচ্ছে।
So it is
Sir,
called the
both
compound
connected.
excitation. Compound excitation. So here we are having, as we are having both the coils, one we will connect for shunt, another we can connect for series. The only thing I have to mention here that the physical properties of series field coils are quite different from the properties of the shunt field coil. So they are completely different things. So the field coil or field winding which is designed for series cannot be connected in shunt or parallel. Okay, so that is the thing you have to remember here. Got my point? হ্যাঁ আরেকবার বলছি আমি বলছি যে as per the design the series field coil and the shunt field coil, you see here you have one field coil inside the machine and here you have another field coil. Okay, and here you have the armature. Now this field coil and this field coil, they are completely different in shape, size, length. They are different. So that means which I have kept in the machine to be connected in series, that must be connected in series, not in shunt. Which I have kept in the machine to be connected in parallel, that must be connected in parallel, not in series. Okay, understood now? বুঝতে পারছো আমি কি বলছি? যেটা সিরিজের জন্য রয়েছে সেটা সিরিজে কানেক্ট করতে হবে, যেটা শান্টের জন্য রয়েছে সেটা শান্টে কানেক্ট করতে হবে। Basically both the coils are wound on a same. So that means suppose, just a minute. Okay. Suppose this is one coil. Okay. And okay. another coil is this. Let us take okay. So another coil is this. Inside that we have another coil having more number of turns. Okay, so that means these are the coils. Here we have written F1 and F2, and here we have S1 and S2. Okay, now you tell me that suppose the current directions are opposite. Suppose in one field coil the current in this way, another field coil the current in this way. What would be the problem? As per the excitation, suppose as per the excitation their current direction is opposite. So
ফ্লাক্সটা কমে যাবে স্যার।
ফ্লাক্সটা নালিফাই হয়ে যাবে।
জেনারেটেড এমএমএফ যেটা হবে ওটা একে অপরকে মানে নালিফাই না করলেও at least
correct.
মানে
So
কম তো
that
হবে,
means
দুটো same direction হবে।
they are opposing each other. So that means the flux which will be generated by the shunt field coil. Okay. So shunt field coil এটা হচ্ছে series field coil flux. So series field coil, the series field flux and the shunt field flux will be opposing each other. Okay, but if the current directions are same and their sense of windings are also same, okay, so provided the sense of windings are same, মানে কিভাবে জড়ানো আছে, একই দিকে জড়ানো আছে কিনা, the sense of the winding as well as the direction of current, if both the things are same, then the flux will be additive, isn't it? Got my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So that means there are two possibilities. One, it will negate, another, it will aid. Okay, so if these two are additive, then it is called the cumulatively compound. Cumulatively compound, and here it is differential compound. Okay, understood. So that means under a compound excitation we have two categories. One is cumulatively compound, another is differential compound. In case of cumulatively compound, the flux or the terminals are connected such that the two fluxes are aiding each other. In case of differential connections, differential compound connection excitation, the field coils are connected such that the fluxes contributed by them are opposing each other. Now you tell me, suppose this particular configuration that I have drawn here is giving you a cumulatively compound DC machine. So how we will make it a differential compound? By changing the connection. Got my question? I am asking, suppose this particular machine
Sir.
that I have drawn, yes.
স্যার ওয়াইন্ডিংটা উল্টো
মানে কি
মানে
করব?
ওয়াইন্ডিংটা ওই সাইড থেকে শুরু করব। মানে মানে যে অর্ডারে এখন ওয়াইন্ডিংটা করেছে এটা খুলে অন্য অর্ডারে করব।
কোন ওয়াইন্ডিংটা? ওয়াইন্ডিং না সার্কিট না কি বলছো? বলো।
স্যার যে কোনো একটাকে খুলে টার্মিনাল গুলো চেঞ্জ করে দেবো স্যার, তাহলেই চেঞ্জ হয়ে যাবে।
হ্যালো, একটাকে খুলে টার্মিনালটা চেঞ্জ করে দিতে হবে, মানে এটা এখানে দাঁড়াও, এটা তো এখানে না, এটা এটা এই টার্মিনালে লাগে। হ্যাঁ, আমি ওটা চেঞ্জ করব, মানে কয়েলটাকে করছি না, কানেকশনটাকে আমি চেঞ্জ করতে পারি। মেশিনের মধ্যে কয়েল কিভাবে আছে, মেশিনের মধ্যে তো তুমি হাত দিতে পারবে না, মেশিনে বাইরে টার্মিনাল গুলোকে চেঞ্জ করতে হবে। তাহলে এই A1 টা, if the A1 was previously connected to S2, now you have to connect with S1. So that is the change, and from S2 you have to bring the output now. Then you will get the differential compound. Or you can change the field, the shunt field terminal also. Anything. Got it? So these are the differences between the cumulatively compound and differential compound, and why I have told that physically these two windings are different. That is because suppose in these two configuration, shunt and series. Okay. Now suppose I have connected some load here. Now in case of shunt, you see, if the armature of the machine is delivering some current, if I write that IA, now what will be the path of this IA? So it will be bifurcated, na? There will be two paths, one through the load, another through the field. Right?
Yes, sir.
Because it is a shunt. So therefore, the IA will be IL plus IF. But here, in case of series, if this is IA, if this is IF, and if this is IL, load current, so how we can relate them?
So this will be equal.
So all the currents will be equal. Okay. Suppose let us take some example. Suppose I have a machine, 5 kilowatt, 110 volt DC machine. 5 kilowatt, 110 volt DC machine. Okay. So these are the power rating of the DC machine, and this is the voltage rating of the DC machine. Now, what is the current? Can you calculate? What is the current rating? Quickly tell me. What is the current rating?
45 point something. 45 point something is here.
45 point something. So that is 5,000 divided by 110. Isn't it? So that means 45.45. Now, what do you want for shunt machine? Though the field current is taking some current from the armature, what do you want in general? That this 45.545 ampere current, though this is the basically whatever written here is basically the rating of the load or output. Okay. Now, to generate this load current, what do you want? That what should be the armature current? এই লোড কারেন্টটা পেতে গেলে তাহলে আমার আর্মেচার কারেন্টটা কত হতে হবে? সাপোজ দিস ভ্যালু ইজ প্রোভাইডেড।
স্যার এটা থেকে বেশি হতে হবে কারণ কিছুটা কারেন্ট তো ফিল্ড কারেন্টে যাবে।
হ্যাঁ, সেটা কত বেশি হবে? Whether it will be double?
Hello sir.
Yes.
এই লোডের সাথে স্যার ফিল্ডের যে রেটিং আছে সেটা যোগ করে দেব।
লোডের সাথে
স্যার ফিল্ডের যে রেটিং থাকবে ওইটা স্যার যোগ করে দিন।
না, ফিল্ডে কোনো রেটিং নেই। ফিল্ডে কিছু রেটিং থাকে না। ফিল্ডে কোনো পাওয়ার রেটিং থাকে না। ফিল্ডের পাওয়ার রেটিং বলে কিছু থাকে না।
It will be depend on the resistance of
No, no, that is understood. If you know the resistance, then we can calculate everything. Now I am asking that what should be? What should you want? What do we want? আমরা কি চাই যে ফিল্ড কারেন্টে অনেকটা ফিল্ড কারেন্ট চলে যাক না ফিল্ড কারেন্ট অল্প ফিল্ড কারেন্ট যাক?
So all for field current jack.
Because the field is, we are not interested in power, because the power is depends on the load. The power rating of the machine is depends on the load. Now whatever the loss in the whatever the power dissipated across the field, that will be treated as a loss only. Understood? And if the loss is more,
Yes, sir.
then you will have the less efficiency. So therefore you will want that the field current should be as low as possible. Okay, so suppose only 1 ampere field current is there. Okay, so that means what is the value of IA? IA equals to 46.45 ampere. Now to make this possible, so that means if this field current is only 1 ampere, then what should be the resistance of this field?
So resistance should be very high.
Resistance should be very high. So that means the field resistance should be very high compared to this armature resistance that I have drawn in the last class. So that means for shunt, the field resistance is quite high compared to the armature resistance. Now come in this series excited machine. Now here, what should be the field current, what should be the armature current, and what should be the load current? All are same. So that means we, for this example, we can write 45.45 ampere. We don't have any option to send a less field current, isn't it? আর কোনো option নেই, তো সবাই সিরিজে কানেক্টেড আছে. Now can you tell me here what should be the value of the field resistance?
So field resistance value should be as low as possible.
As low
Because
as possible. So that
resistance
means
will-
if the armature resistance
the-
is already low, so generally the field resistance should be very near to the armature resistance value. Okay, armature resistance also we, as per the design, we keep very low, because armature also will cater some power loss, isn't it? Because the actual current is flowing through the armature only. So there will be in the armature also there is a huge power loss. So therefore, for during the design, we keep the armature resistance low. Okay, now in this circuit, there is loss in armature, there is loss in field. So that means both the resistance should be kept low, and they are almost in the same range. Got my point? Now to make this possible, I'm just discussing the design, how we should go for the designing of this field winding. Now to make this possible, so that means for shunt winding, the resistance is very high. For the field winding, the resistance is very low. Okay. For an example, in the order of 200 ohm or 300 ohm, here the resistance is only maybe some 0.1 ohm like this. Typical value. Okay, field resistance for the series field is 0.1 ohm, armature resistance is also 0.1 ohm, and the field resistance for the shunt field is 200 ohm. Okay, so these are the typical values. Now to make this possible, what should be the design of the field winding? How the field winding for the shunt field will look like? How the field winding for the series field will look like? মানে তারা দেখতে কি রকম হবে?
So the cross-sectional area of shunt winding will be less, and that of series winding must be higher.
Correct. So that means the cross-sectional area of the field winding
And so there
for
will be more
shunt.
number of turns in case of.
Yes, follow.
Sir, it must be low.
The resistance formula, we all know that rho L by A. Okay. Now, this resistance of the shunt, as we have to keep high, then what should be the criteria? Suppose it's small a.
So area should be less.
Area should be less and length should be high. And for series, to make it low, the L should be low and area should be high. Area anyway should be high, because if area is low, then it could not carry the huge current 45.5 ampere. So area must be low for series winding. Got my point? এরিয়াটা তোমাকে এমনি বড় করতে হবে, না হলে তো অত কারেন্ট যাবে না। কারেন্ট যত বেশি যাবে এরিয়া তত বেশি করতে হবে। Anyway, the length also should be low. So that means, and the length here related to the number of turns. Okay, because if the number of turns are more, then the length will be more. So for this, the number of turns are also high. Here the number of turns is less. So typically, the shunt winding may have 500 number of turns, and series winding may have only 5 number of turns. The gauge of the series winding is quite thick compared to the shunt field winding. Got my point? Now you just tell me that suppose I have a series machine, and if I mistakenly connect the series field winding in shunt, then what will happen?
Say extremely power loss will be generated.
Huh?
Sir, power loss টা অনেক বেশি হবে, যেহেতু রেজিস্ট্যান্স টা অনেক বেশি হয় শান্ট জেনারেটরের ক্ষেত্রে, ফিল্ড রেজিস্ট্যান্স।
পাওয়ার লসের আগে হচ্ছে আদৌ এটা ভোল্টেজ তৈরি করবে? Because
স্যার আউটপুট
the resistance will be very high, na?
কারণ
The field current will be very less.
sir.
The voltage will be very low, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that kind of problem we will face. Anyway, so have you understood the distinct difference between the series field coil and shunt field coil? I think you have understood, isn't it? Okay, so all this machine can be run as a generator and as a motor. Like, see, there is a series generator, shunt generator, series motor, shunt motor, compound generator, compound motor. Okay, and the applications are also huge. For series motor, we use series motor in different areas, like in railways we use DC series motor. Railway means in local trains, EMU trains, in metro railways, in tram, and in other few locos also we use DC series motor only. Okay, the use of shunt motor is less compared to this series motor. Okay, but they are also used in some devices, small devices or gadgets. Okay, now next we'll go for the characteristics, that is called the open circuit characteristics. So first we'll start with the generator, then we'll go for the motor. Okay, first we'll generate the we discuss the open circuit characteristics. Okay, or it is called the OCC, open circuit characteristics. Now, generally, we obtain the open circuit characteristics experimentally by running a DC machine in separately excited mode. That means how? Suppose this is a DC machine. And we have two field winding. What we'll do? We will change the field current. Okay, so by the help of any potential divider or anything, any other way. So this is the potential divider. So this is the voltage we are using for field. And what we'll do, we'll measure the voltage across the armature. There is no load connected with the armature. Armature is purely open circuited, because you know the voltmeter means voltmeter offers very high impedance. So basically it's an open circuit. Okay, so here the armature is open circuit. Field is getting excited separately, and we are running the machine with its rated speed. Okay, so that is the condition. The machine should be run with some prime mover at its rated speed. Okay, so this will generate some flux. Okay, then you just tell me that if we vary the field current, here basically we are varying the field current, isn't it? By changing this rheostat. So this is the rheostat, which is used as a potential divider in this case. So if we change the slider of the rheostat, the resistance will vary. That means the voltage across this will vary. And if the voltage is varied, then the field current also will vary. Now, if the field current varies, then the flux will vary. Ultimately, as the flux is there in the voltage expression, the voltage ultimately will vary. Okay, now if we plot the field current that we are getting here and the voltage EA that we are getting from this voltmeter, what should be the curve? Anyone?
Parabola, sir.
Why? You have to explain. Whatever you are saying, you have to explain. Why, if it is parabola, why it is parabola? If it is linear, why it is linear? If it is other shapes.
Because
yes.
So at the first, it is at the starting, it's follow the linear path, but at the time of saturation, the curve is
But that is not the parabola, no?
parallel. No, sir.
Sir,
Yes.
It is, sir, it is a straight line, but after saturation of the core, it will saturate it.
Why? That
The
means
curve will-
you are
will
saying
become
that
saturated.
that means you are saying that it will follow like a BH curve. Just like a BH curve. Because BH curve also similar, no?
No, no, sir. Because sir, EA proportional to phi m, and phi m is proportional to IF. So that's why I said this type of curve.
Okay, so he is saying that EA is ZA by A. So this formula always you have to remember. So here N also constant, because N is fixed, as I have mentioned. N is the rated speed, so N is also constant. So EA will be directly proportional to phi. But here the phi is not our variable of interest. That is IF. So we have to take IF. Now, what is the relation between? So if I draw a phi versus EA, what kind of curve we should get? যদি আমরা কার্ভটা 5 ভার্সেস ই আঁকতাম তাহলে কার্ভটা কিরকম হতো বলো তো? বুঝতে পারছো?
Straight line passing through origin.
Just a straight line passing through origin. But we are not drawing that. We are drawing IF versus EA. So that means we have to now find out the relation between flux and field current that I have already told. So phi is basically IF NF by the reluctance. Now if these two are the constant, then it's okay. It will be a straight line only, isn't it? Phi versus I. That is also a straight line. But is it so?
No, sir. Before the saturation, it follows the linear path.
Then what varies in this expression so that it
Reluctance, sir.
So R varies.
Reluctance varies.
Okay, so this phi I curve is nothing but the VH curve. Why I will explain that. Because B is phi by A. Now A is constant. Okay, and H is Ni by L. So N and L is constant. So H is directly proportional to IF and B is proportional to phi. So therefore the phi I curve is nothing but the VH curve. Now this relation we have proved that this relation is not purely linear. A first portion of initial portion of the curve is linear, then after the knee point the saturation begins. Okay, so the same nature will be followed here because here we have already EA versus phi linear relationship. So whatever the relationship between phi and IF, that will be reflected in EA versus IF. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is called the open circuit characteristics curve. Now can you tell me that who decide this curve? Nature of the curve?
The material of the magnetic material.
Materials.
The material
The
is
core material.
correct. So that means though it is an open circuit characteristic, is a voltage curve, but this is decided by the material itself. The magnetization property of the material itself. So this is also called the magnetization curve. Okay, so the iron present in the core material decides or dictates this nature of OCC curve. So I will discuss up to this for today. OCC curve and other things we'll discuss in details in the next class. So if you have any question, you can ask me now.
Sir, can you please explain why it will be saturated?
Why?
Why it will become saturated? So the EAIF curve. Why it will be saturated, sir?
Because your flux
Like why
is getting
the saturation
saturated.
region will be attained.
Okay, because your flux is getting saturated. Okay, so if you increase the field current, your flux will increase linearly, your voltage will increase linearly initially. Then after some current value, suppose this, after this is called the knee point of the VH. Okay, after this current value, your flux will not vary the same extent that it was getting varied before that, isn't it? So that means the saturation will begin in the magnetic material because the number of domains which have already aligned, okay, so that is getting exhausted. Okay, so that you can explain by the domain theory. So therefore the flux is getting saturated, isn't it? বুঝতে পেরেছি আমি কি বলছি? তাহলে ফ্লাক্সটা যদি স্যাচুরেট করে যায় তাহলে তো এরপরে ফিল্ড কারেন্ট বাড়ালেও তো আমরা ভোল্টেজটা সেই রেটে বাড়বে না। ভোল্টেজটাও স্যাচুরেট করতে শুরু করবে।
Yes, sir.
Got it now?
Yes, sir.
Any
Thank
more
you.
question?
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so Sir, you just take the attendance. I will end the class for today.
Yes, sir.